Alright, so Black Friday is upon us. Or actually it's over. But anyways, this is what I got for Black Friday. EcoFlow Delta 2 Max from Home Depot. It was $13.49, I believe that was. And they always do put in some nice packaging. Okay, a bag of cement, that's right. I think it was like 51 pounds. Else left in the box, make it magically disappear. See how much this thing actually weighs. Yeah, 51.4 pounds. 51.4 pounds. Probably there. I was curious. No, they don't have the thing up top. They don't have that there. MC4 connector to it. Yeah, I do. I do have those. Alright, so it is sporting a this XT60i. See how it's got the orange on there? Then it has a secondary pin in there. A third pin in the center. Barrel connector and charging cable. They really should put XT60 or MC4 connectors in there for you. I don't like how that. I mean, because you're trying to charge it solar. You know what I mean? User manual in case we need it. I always wondered if you could test these ports out. Oh yeah. So even if these two leads were, hot, you still need that COM port in the center of it. I need a one. I think this is set up for EcoFlow already. While I'm waiting for it to download, I'll just go ahead and turn this thing on. And it arrives 30% charged. The sun is coming out, so let's get those MC4 connectors put in here. And I only have one MC4 to XC60 connector, I believe. In here, yep, here we go. It's this one. Ooh, the wire's a little thin. I don't think it matters which one it goes into. Oh wait, no. Sure, that's black. Yeah, it's red. Okay. Should work. I don't think we have enough sun out right now. And it gives you two options for your screen layout, how you want to view it. I always pick this one here, the flow energy flow. Alright, so on the card input it does give you the two charging values here. %. I can't pull 1800 watts through there, so let me turn this heater off through this cord. Plug it into that power strip. Update. Upgrading. What would have been nice is if this is 220, 120, 240 input on here. Nope, 100 to 120 volts AC, 50-60 hertz, which I guess is fine. Like if you're running a generator or something, and you put the load on the generator, and then the voltage sags when this thing is starting to trying to fire itself up. One car socket, 2 barrel ports, and the on-off switch for that, and the on-off switch for the inverter. And it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inputs. ops mode. Oh, upgrading. Yep, still going. Still going. I wonder if I have to have the XT60 connector to the MC4s to get the total, to get the full 500 watts coming through there. Which is fine. If it doesn't, we'll just run it this way here. Let's see. I have those panels in parallel, so we should be fine. I have two 400 watt SEG panels up on the roof, connected in parallel, so that should be way below the limit. Upgrade successful. Alright, that's done. That's done. But there's another one. There's another update. Alright, let's do it again. I guess after it updates once, it updates again. So, interesting. Alright, on that note, I'm going to grab the multimeter, check polarity on the panels. I think that would be it. That's all we can do. Alright, I got the multimeter. This is the one thing that you should always have, is a multimeter. I've had this since 2008, 2010 maybe. So, it's like 13 years. So 2023. And the batteries are good. Alright, you want to set it to V, like that, and it defaults to AC current, which is that little, there's a little squiggly line right there on this LCD screen. That's AC. What you want to do is press select, this orange button, and that will switch it to DC power. It's a solid bar with dashed lines underneath it, right here on the same location that the AC was. Alright. I don't think we're getting any voltage. It's overcast today, so I don't think we're gonna get any power, but we can always check. This definitely should be plus negative. Oh no, I am. We're getting 32.34 volts. 32.34 volts. Let's check this. Upgrade. Yep, firmware updated is updated. Now let's see. Do we have any more updates? Firmware. Home style, energy flow, clear data, specifications. Let's check firmware. Firmware. Now firmware is up to date.
unit timeout is 2 hours. We'll set it to never. Alright, it beeps every time. Screen timeout, 5 minutes. I guess we could set it to never. For now, X boost, always turn that off. I don't like using X boost because if you can't pull load, don't pull the load, right? AC charging speed is 1800 watts. Why won't it let us change that? Charge limit, let's limit the charge limit to, so these are lithium iron phosphates, let's do 95%. Discharge limit 0, we'll cut it off at 10%. How about that? Backup reserve, setting a higher level of backup reserve allows to have more power. For outages while at lower level. Charge from solar when battery level is higher. AC charging disabled. Battery won't get charged from AC unit until it gets lower than the backup auto reserve. I don't think we need to set that. Smart generator auto on off. Now that's pretty cool. Smart generator auto off at what, 95%? Well, we don't have that, so whatever. Alright, why won't it let me get into this AC charging? Do I have to plug this in for, oh wait, let's see. Let's see what the polarity was on this. I'm getting sidetracked, guys. Okay, let's see here. This. Okay, so I'm saying that that's correct. Now if I see, it's giving me like 1 volt on there or whatever. So what we're going to do is switch it and it should give me a negative on the other side if I swap these terminals. So yeah, I fried that feed. Alright. Yeah, so that's giving me a negative, so that's how you can check the polarity on the EcoFlow. So this is red. This is positive. This is negative. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Alright, so that's going to put it backwards, I believe. So if this is positive, yeah, then I need to swap that. Alright, so we do this, and then we take out this splitter, which swaps it. Alright, why is this not, why is that not charging? Or why is it not even showing up is my thing. Okay, so let's check this again. .33 volts. .33 volts. This lead here is positive. So this should be a positive lead right here. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So that's how that goes. That should give us power. And Alright, let's see, 1800 watts, charging, plug it in. I need to be able to limit that. It's creeping up real quick, so, and it's not letting me change the input charging speed. Okay, now it's getting too high, so we're gonna have to shut that off. AC charging speed. Why won't that change it? Oh, you know what? I think there's a switch on the back. Let's do that. Yeah. Switch on the back. Yeah, there we go. Now it'll let you, okay. So you have to flip the switch on the back first for this app to work. The AC charging speed here. Shit. Alright, let's learn, shall we? Alright, right here, there's a slide switch. Right here, there's a slide switch. Right here, there's a slide switch. Alright, so when you switch it to slow charging speed, then it'll let you manipulate the app in here. Like this. And that's exactly what I wanted. Let's see how low we can go. 200 watts is the minimum, which is fine. Because that means you could use like a smaller EcoFlow to charge this. Like the what is it? The River Gen 2, the River Gen 1 River, the River Gen 2, which is only 300 watts, and that's well below this. So yeah, we're good to go. And what I want to do is, there's a Sportsman 1000 inverter generator, a little small thing like this, $150 at Atwood's on Black Friday sale. Was $150. I bought my original one, like 2 years ago for $189 out the door. That's after tax and all that over at Tractor Supply. But we're not going to mention them. We're going to stick with Atwood's. Alright. And let's see, we could pull... Oh wow, this says incremental too, so like 445 watts, right? 450. Wow, this is so cool. Right, so the Sportsman generator, it can continually output 800 watts continuous. 800 watts continuous, even though it says 1,000 watts. So here's the thing, is it runs 6 hours full load, 800 watts full load for 6 hours on half a gallon of gas. Now if you want to charge this up or power any other loads through this, just fire up your little tiny generator. Are you following me on this? That means you could run a small air conditioner for as long as you have fuel off of an 800 watt generator or a 1000 watt Sportsman generator. Because when the air conditioner, like a 6000 BTU window air conditioner, fires up, it pulls, like, the generator, even though it's 1000 watt, cannot handle that load. So you plug it into this, plug the air conditioner into the EcoFlow. Alright. Plug the air conditioner, the AC air conditioner, into the EcoFlow. Then you plug the EcoFlow into your little tiny small generator that only uses like uses 800 watts, right? Yeah. Let's go to 500. We'll leave it at 500 watts. 500 watts. Alright, that's 500 right there. So run the generator into your EcoFlow. Your little 800 watt, 1000 watt Sportsman inverter generator into here. Run your 6,000, 5,000, 6,000 BTU window air conditioner. Plug it into here. So when it starts up, the EcoFlow handles the brunt of the force. Then the little 800 watt generator can continue to power it when the air conditioner drops down to its normal operating wattage of like I think it's like 5. It's under 600 watts, but 600 watts, 6,000 BTUs at full load. That's a win in my book. Anyways, that's how you can get this thing to work. 486. I wonder why we don't have any solar coming in. AC timeout, 12 hours? No, never. Set that to never. DC 12 volt timeouts, 12 hours, never. Yeah, if we're running like the a little diesel heater, now that's another reason why I got this. That's because you can plug the diesel heater in here. Well, maybe, because this says that this is only 8 amps on the 12 volt DC. Cancel. Let's see, AC. Now it does say 8 amps. Car input is 8 amps on both legs. So 4, 6, and 8. 4, 6, and 8. So 12 times 8 is what? 80. 82, 96 watts. So as long as it's not pulling more than 96 watts, we should be good. If that doesn't work, we'll have to figure something else out. Okay, let's look here. Screen timeout, never, never, never. Smart generator on off. 500 watts for charging. Beep. I don't know. We could turn the beep off. I don't think we need the beep on. Device sharing and rename. So let's see. We're gonna call this Delta 2 Max. Yeah. Delta. No, it should be Delta 2. Yeah, Delta 2 Max. Save. All right. So the thing about having the dual car charger things on the back, or well, this your dual MPPTs, is now you won't need an Orion, a DC to DC converter from your main battery to your house battery to charge it. Right? You can just run one of those in while you're driving around, you know, the car cigarette lighter, or you could wire it direct to your battery, or direct to your 12 volt system and charge this. And you can do it at 8 amps. Okay, that might be that would be a downside though, is that you're not really getting a lot at 8 amps times 12 volts, right? So that could be a downside. But on the upside is that you're not taxing your charging system for your car. Alright, so pros and cons to that. But what you could do, I think this enables the amperage to go up higher, right? So what you could do is you could put a converter on it. Okay, so from your battery, your car battery, run 12 volts to 24 volt to like a converter, which is like $40 on Amazon from what I've heard. And that will make this think that it's 24 volts. So it'll pull 24 volts, right, at 8 amps, which will increase, of course it'll increase the amperage, the amp draw up to 16 amps. So that would be the equivalent to almost an Orion 2. Alright, that's one way around it. And Or, even better, I got it. So from your 12 volt battery system into a 1224 Orion, a Victron Orion 12 to 24 volt system, right? To an external battery. Right. Okay, follow me? So a 24 volt battery, you could do it on a 12 volt battery too, but if you want to get your charging faster, out of here you'd want a 24 volt battery, or you could run a 48 volt battery. So you could do that. You could run the Victron Orion from the battery at 1224 to a 24 volt house battery, right? Or 12 volt house battery. And then from that battery, run terminals from there into the EcoFlow. That way, you could expand your capacity. I'd probably do 24 volts. 24 volt battery. Yep. Yeah, 24 volt battery. Because then that would give you faster charging in here. And then you could run 2 leads off of that battery, a 24 volt battery, into each one of the MPPT chargers. Right? And I'm guessing if you put this dip switch on there or whatever, it'll increase the amp draw. XT60i. Alright, just thinking. Anyways, that's going to be it for right now, and those were all the settings. I think the one thing that I wanted to actually use this for was a pressure cooker. Right? And now everybody says that you could do like an AC, like the Blue 80 AC 180, or the 1800 watts or the 1000 watts. I'm telling you, only get a 600 watt inverter, solar generator, right? Then move up to the 2400 or greater. Like, you can't use anything. Nothing is usable. You can't plug an air conditioner into the 1800. Well, you probably could. You could probably plug the 1800. But you can't run all your other loads. Like, there's no cap on it. Like, there's no extra on it. So just get a 600 watt, like the EB300, right? Get the EB300 and the Bluetti EB300, or like the EcoFlow River Gen 1, or let's see, you could do a Victron, like I think they have a 500 watt Phoenix inverter. You could do that. Put that to your house battery, your external house battery, strap that on top of that. And then that could give you 500 watts through there. No, I think I would rather just buy the EcoFlow. I would buy an EB300, a Bluetti EB300. Oh no, there's an all powers. There's an all powers. But the thing is, I like about and this is bad because it's almost like Apple, right? Where they make you buy into their ecosystem. Okay, look. Hold on one second. Why the fuck is this offline? I gotta rename that one. Well, let me rename it. Alright. So anyways, yeah, so you can have all your EcoFlows attached. No, okay. That's the bad thing about the Gen 1. The Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth or whatever, right? No, it is Wi-Fi. It doesn't have Bluetooth connectivity. So you have to have a router to get into it, to change the settings and all that. Alright. But here, if you have all your stuff on here, so this one, I do have the EcoRiver 300 on there. The EcoRiver Gen 2. EcoRiver 2. Which is only capable of 300 watts. And now the Delta 2, and then the original River 1. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is make a cake or something on here. Alright, so we have exactly, I did get this working, so we have 225 watts coming in from the 2 solar panels up on top of the roof that are paralleled together. And let's see here. Where is it? Alright, so we have 285 watts right there. 285 watts coming in on the Emporia through this 1000 watt Viver right down there. Running this way. And the cables are running out to the carport with one 400 watt panel up on top. The EcoFlow right here at 219 watts is being powered by the panels up on top of the roof. So 223, 225. If you want to see the accuracy of that. Solar 227 watts, 224. It does say 8 hours it's going to take. So what I want to do is, I'm not using any load on the house, right? So it says 286 on there. You want to see what your thing is. So it says 1407, but you have to remember that you have to take this, the grid tie power, which is 288 watts, and then subtract it from that, because we're running it through the smart plug, right? So that's tied to that, but that's going into that. So what we need to do is take this power from that solar charge controller, which is going into the wall outlet right there, put it down there, and we want to put it into here. So how we're going to do that is turn the AC charging on for the EcoFlow. Alright, so now we go to the EcoFlow, go to settings, and we only want to pull 200 watts. So that'll drop it down to 4 hours. 4 hours will take us out to noon. Well, we could probably do well, it's not full noon yet, so we don't know what this maximum radiance is going to get on that. So let's see. We'll leave it at 200. AC charging speed. And then energy management. So we'll just go ahead and turn that off. Turn that off. That should give us 200 watts plus what's coming in on solar. So let's go back here. Go here. So now we have 177 watts coming in from the wall. It's going to ramp itself up to 200. So 182 plus 198. It'll do dual charging, which is what I like. So what we're doing is we're going to pull 200 watts from the wall. And what we could do is bump that up to 250. Let's bump it up to 250. Alright. What is it? Okay, we'll just do it at 3. Fuck it, 300 watts. Okay, now what happened to this? Something happened. That disconnected and that stopped. Shit. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. 95%. I have it shut off at 95%. See? So I have that shut off at 95%, so we're fully charged. Let's go back here. Damn. Alright, well, maybe I'll change energy management to 100. There we go. Let's see if that does it. Backup reserve. Alright, now it's coming back to charging. And we're pulling 176, 177 from the solar. And that's 43 minutes to fully charge. For some reason I thought that said 8 hours. So, anyways, 43 minutes that'll be charged full at 179 watts coming in. Energy management. I think what we're gonna do is drop AC wall charging down to like 30%. All right. I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting an external battery charger and getting a 48 volt DC battery. So have that pull the power from here, charge the external battery, and then switch it over to battery at night, if that makes sense. Alright. My issue is that I just don't pull enough power. I mean, like, I don't use enough power for the panels at the moment, unless I'm like running a heat lamp or something, or a heater, one of these heaters. Alright, let's go outside and show you what I did with the panels. Alright, so there's the two 400 watts, two 400 watt bifacial SEG panels that are ran in parallel down in for like 37 something volts, and there is that I got from Signature Solar. Over there I got a 250 watt 36 volt panel from Santan Solar 2 years ago for $69 out the door. So what I have right now going into the EcoFlow, what we're just looking at, I have a 100 foot 10 gauge wire running out to that one 400 watt panel, that 400 watt SEG panel, and I had that there just to check the sun. And over here I have one 400 watt panel that I haven't put up, or I haven't connected any wire to, but what I wanted to eventually do is take that wire there, connect it to that panel there, if that makes sense. Alright, so during the summer that is shaded as much as this carport over here is shaded. So on the left hand side here, this is where I actually wanted to put all my panels. Right, so what I'll probably end up doing is if I grid tie, I'll put all my panels on there, soak up as much sun as I can during the summer, store it on the grid, and then during the summer or during the winter months pull that off of the grid. Alright, so I guess this is what would happen if you, what would be a good explanation of why you would want dual MPPTs, is because of the shading that's occurring over here on this carport as opposed to that, which is in full radiance. And that way those panels there will pull power separate of this section over here. I do have two 12 volt panels down there, and what I want to do with those is put those on top of the carport, maybe towards the front on this side where the shade is, and then the other one on the opposing side over here, maybe up on the top of the corner or down here on the side, I mean down there in the far corner. That way when you have your vehicle parked, you can plug your 12 volt panel, a 12 volt panel, into your car and keep it charged. That way you don't have a dead battery, and it should keep it lasting for a long time. And you can pick those up at you can pick up a PWM for like 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. That's how I have it in one of my cars right now set up. Alright, well that is it. I've got the panel there, one panel there, those two 12 volt panels, these two panels over here and that 250 watt panel there that isn't connected to anything. So that's it. Peace.